in this one. Welcome, everyone, to Hard Rock Stadium, home of the Miami Hurricanes. As we'll see a squad from the SEC, the Alabama Crimson Tide, taking on last year's national champions, the Miami Hurricanes. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. Alabama about to kick off to get this game underway. The returner will field it and try to do some business. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. So Miami's offense takes the field to start this game off. And are we ever lucky to see these two great quarterbacks in action here today? And Jesse, it won't be long before we'll see them squaring off on Sundays.
Yeah, and these guys can both stress a defense for similar reasons, and we've seen it all year long, right? Both guys have tremendous arm talent, and both guys can hurt you running the football as well. So these defenses are really going to have to be careful with how they try and defend these two quarterbacks. David, this one could come down to which guy has the ball last.
Yeah, which is really, really cool. A big showdown. They know what's on the line. Man, these are two huge names. You know, brand versus brand. Big-time baller versus big-time baller. Trying to come out on top. Yet defenses, I feel bad for them. That's not what this is about. This is about the QBs.
Wants to throw. It's Winston. He's loose. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Touchdown, Miami! And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing. And the PAT makes it 7-0.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, gets you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running, I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy, the connection between quarterback, wide receiver. You can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So Alabama's offense will go to work for the first time. The matchup we'll be watching in this one really takes you back. Big-time running back going right into the face of a tackling machine at linebacker, David.
Yeah, and we're going to see this individual battle a lot. Not just in pass coverage when they match up, but just meeting in holes. And who's going to win when they go head-to-head? That will be a big factor in who wins this football game. But, Jesse, one-on-one, this is going to be a show.
This is going to be an incredible matchup that's going to go on until there's zeros up on the clock. Both of these guys have circled this game on the calendar because they knew who they were going to be facing. And two guys we know are going to play at the next level. But I think this is probably one of the better individual matchups. We're going to see.
Can start to add up as he gets it up to the 34. The Crimson Tide needs to convert on 3rd and short. They'll try to move the chains on the ground. That play just got wrecked. 3rd and 1, and they went backwards. And here comes the punt team. First time we've seen their punt team tonight. Let's see what he can do with it. They'll put that return to a stop at the 33, but the offense set up in pretty good field position. They'll go to the ground. Find some fresh air. They'll get him down at the 48 after the 15-yard gain. That's the way to open a drive. Now they'll put it in play just shy of midfield. Leaves it with the back. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Well, that play didn't stand a chance. I mean, nobody even blocked that guy. And he's able to get the tackle for loss.
Lost 1 on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. Now facing a 3rd and long. Dropping back, it's Winston. Hauls it in. That'll be enough for the first down as they mark it down at the 31-yard line.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on third down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is, and you saw it right there on that play.
And they took a shot on that one, but couldn't make the connection. It's incomplete. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. They'll move the wide receiver. In 2nd and 10, he'll throw again. He makes the grab. He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short. In a competitive conference like the SEC, you just can't afford to start 0-1 if you want to chase a championship. Really important to get off to a good start.
No doubt, in the SEC, you've got to set the tone early. It's all about creating momentum out of the gate. Both of these teams had this game circled all offseason, David. They know what's riding on the line.
There's so much riding on the line. Who gets to Atlanta down the road? Bragging rights, recruiting rights, all this stuff. Once you get in conference play, it means a lot every single week.
Wants to keep it in the air. Steps away. Had it in his hands and he dropped it. Thought he had another big play and interception. He'll have to settle for the PBU. It's 2nd down. Wants to go up top. It's complete. They get it down to the 7 on that pass play, in prime position for a score.
Nice job by the defense forcing the 3rd and goal. You can't allow any run after catch in these situations. Play aggressive, play tight, and play physical.
Wants to throw for it on 3rd and goal. Touchdown, Canes! Quick strike through the air for the score.
One thing this team has shown early this year, it does not take them long to find their footing. They get off to fast starts. That was critical for them, winning their first game, and you've seen it here in this one too. They show up ready to go. There's no sleepwalking. I think you got to give this coaching staff a ton of credit for putting their players in good positions to have success.
Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you
breaks into the open. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line. 1st and 10 coming up. Use the play fake, now to throw. Creates a little room. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down mark. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. To the air, it's Ward. He finds a soft spot in the middle. Nice pitch and catch there, and they'll have enough for the first down. Last completion moves the sticks in. Let's see if they try it again. Off the RPO, complete. Quick throw, but he's not going anywhere. The defense was all over him.
That's a great example of the defense there tackling the catch. As soon as the big fella caught the ball, down he went, not picking up the first.
Back to pass on 2nd down. Fires to the big fella. And they pick up just a few on that completion. Alabama with a lot of ground to cover here on 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws toward the end zone. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down. Looks as if the Tide will punt it away. What a great job on that kick, bouncing it out of bounds inside the 10. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. They put 2 touchdowns on the board in the early going, and now right back to work. Leaves it with the running back. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And a great job by the defense seeing it. They knew the ISO was coming right downhill. They went and met it. You got to go meet that guy in the backfield, meet those pullers in the backfield, make that thing.
There he goes. He has the first and still on his feet. And the defense finally makes the stop after the sweet run and good gain. They're backed up just a little, 1st and 10 from their own 19. He's past the 30. He moves the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 33. The Canes with the 1st and 10. He might want another play. On play action on 1st down. Forced down in the pocket. They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20.
Brings up 2nd down.
We've reached the end of the quarter, and Miami is on top. Man, that was an impressive and dominant first quarter. Let's take a look at the stats before we move on. This could be a pivotal moment in this game as we open the second period and they try to find a way to answer. First play of the period will be a 2nd down. Handoff to the lone back. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9.
One of the things I love about this defense is they're so versatile in ways they can get after the quarterback. In their last game, they came away with 5 sacks, came from all over the place. They got the win. So you know in this one, they're going to dial up.
Going for the big play. Hauls it in, the 1st down and more. All kinds of room to the right. Touchdown, Hurricane. He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch it.
All you can say is how impressive has this team been at home today in all 3 facets of the game. Their defense has been outstanding. We've seen some plays in special teams, and the offense continues to deliver, showing off all of the playmakers and all of the versatility they have on that side of the football. This could not be better here in the first half of the home team.
Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Guys, here comes that Alabama offense onto the field. There's still plenty of time, but you see that 21-point deficit. And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10.
Well, the Miami linebacker shows you his speed on that play. And when I talk about Miami linebackers, it is a bit of a sore subject for me. We played against the Canes in the Sugar Bowl my senior year. In college, I got hit multiple times by multiple Miami linebackers and spent multiple days in an ice tub post-game.
They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the 1st.
When you get man coverage, you definitely like taking advantage of the inside really quickly. Running a nice slant rack real quick, being physical, getting on the inside, quarterback putting it right on the money.
Back to throw, it's Ward. He lost one down the sideline. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. Alabama will bring the punt team on the field. The speed, the shiftiness, the elusiveness, all on display in that sweet return there. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect it.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out everybody right now on the same page.
Really nice job by the quarterback understanding I needed to throw this ball hard. Like, I got to fit it in there tight. And a nice job by the wide receiver wearing it because he really didn't have a choice because he was going to wear that one regardless.
Defense is there to make the stop, but he's got the first down, and they'll have it 1st and goal at the 6. They'll try to get it in with the run. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Miami!
Well, this thing's turning into a rout. It's turning into a rout quickly. Really nice job by the offense there, but it's not just them. Their defense is getting it done. Their special teams are getting it done, and it just feels like they're really feeding off of this home crowd and their energy. This has been the definition of home field advantage in this football game.
And the returner goes down. Here comes that Alabama offense. We'll see if they can be a little more productive this time around. A 3-and-out the last time they had the ball. The give to the tailback. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Man, nowhere to run on that play at all.
About all you can say is do better. But that's the problem. Are they able to do better?
And that's why you keep trying things, right? Keep trying to get on the perimeter, running up the middle, try different things to see what you do well.
On the move, he fires. Got his man on the right. Turning it on. He'll move it up to the 37-yard line, and it'll be a 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Gets the back moving. Scanning the field, it's Ward. Got rid of it just in time. Good job to avoid the negative play and just get rid of that thing.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. The Crimson Tide looking for a big play to convert on 3rd down. They just keep firing. Fires one high and deep. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. The Crimson Tide will bring the punt team on the field. 4th time tonight we've seen this guy come on to punt. Looks it all the way in, and now turns his attention upfield. Everybody stays in their lanes well enough, and they stop him at the 31-yard line. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. They'll keep it on the ground. Good job running tough and behind his pads as he gets up to the 38-yard line. And the Canes line up trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. They'll try to run for it. They'll move the chains after he gets it to the 43-yard line.
That has got to be so demoralizing for the defense. You haven't been able to stop this guy all game long. And here on 3rd down, they're handing it off to him anyway because they don't think you can stop him. This defense right now, you see a lot of people hanging their heads a little bit because they're not playing with tons of confidence. Got 3 on 1st down at 2nd and 7. Quarterback moving out of the pocket. Bought a little time, lets it go. And they can't connect, but the flag flies, and I think this is going to be pass interference.
Pass interference. Defense.
And the defender just way too handsy on that last play. You could see all the contact as the ball was in the air. He simply can't do it, and the referees caught it.
Fires to the tight end. Oh, he's got some space. Slicing and dicing through this defense, and they've got it down to the 23. And the Canes will snap it on 1st and 10. One man in the backfield, and he gets it. Got it into the red zone, dragged down at the 18-yard line. Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. Give to the running back. This time the defense was ready, and they stop him in his tracks. They've started a pretty good drive. This will be the 7th play, but they need to convert 3rd and 5. And that'll not only be a 1st down, it'll be 1st and goal from the 7. This offense has been a juggernaut, and they have a chance to pad their total just before half. He's going for the goal line. Touchdown, Canes! And they take it in for 6 more points.
And the offense continues to run the football. The second rushing touchdown from the running back. The offensive line paving holes continue to feed this man the ball.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead.
Alabama, 0.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. Boy, they've been caught in a buzzsaw here in the first half, but maybe a chance to carry some momentum into the break here.
It all comes down to this drive right here, Reese. Obviously, this offense hasn't had everything go right for them in the first half, but here's an opportunity, David, to execute some plays, put some throws together, and generate some points.
And you're right, Jesse, and this offense needs to start now. Like, we got to get some points on the board, create some momentum, and continue it, because you've dug yourself a significant hole.
When you've already sent your punter out 4 times, at least he knows he's going to get his varsity letter, and his leg might get a bigger workout if they don't convert.
You can just start to sense the frustration building for this offense after that incompletion. Right now, setting up 4th down. They haven't yet scored a touchdown. They just can't find a rhythm in this game. Obviously, the defense, the big reason for that, but if this offense wants a chance to win, they have got to start stringing some completions together and get this quarterback in a better rhythm.
Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. We'll see them really hit the speed button on the tempo here in the final minute of the first half.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on 1st down and set up a short yardage on 2nd down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on 2nd down.
Looking for a man, it's Winston. Deep shot for the end zone. And good coverage there to knock it away and deny the score.
Well, the offense is doing their best to try and at least get into field goal range here at the end of the first half. So they take a vertical shot down the field, but give the defense credit. Lots of eyes back there on the quarterback. They're able to break on the ball.
Unleashes one deep. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
I know one of the things this defense really prides themselves on is being physical, and early in this game, putting a big hit on a guy that's already had a couple catches in this game, that's a good omen for the defense.
Off the play fake. Makes a grab past the marker. He steps out of bounds, but it will be enough for a 1st down. They'll have just enough time to get one more snap before the half. Off the play fake on 1st down. A shot toward the end zone. It's incomplete, and they tried to finish this quarter with a bang and couldn't quite connect. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Gentlemen, this matchup on that field there in Coral Gables, sign me up for another half.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Guys, here comes that Alabama offense onto the field. What could go wrong did in the first half, and they start this 3rd quarter at the bottom of the mountain.
Man, that was bad. That was a frying pan to the head. That was a TKO. It was awful in the first half. Flush it. I got to start doing something right. I got to find some positives. I get the ball first to start this possession, try to put a scoring drive together.
The only thing you can do at this point offensively is just make sure your best players are touching the football as often as possible. You recruited these guys, you got guys out of the portal, you put your faith in them to make plays. This is a time to go out and do it.
To the air, it's Ward. Here comes the heat. He just got rid of that one to save the down, didn't see anything he liked.
And you knew he was going to take a step back because you can't throw the ball for over 80% in a season. Like, that's ridiculous. Last week he was on fire, but this week, man, he's freezing cold. And he's got to find something to get this offense going. But right now, just off target. Somebody needs to step up, make a play, and maybe get a spark for this offense.
Here's the pressure. Got his man out of the backfield. He couldn't find anywhere to go, and now it's 4th down.
You got to love that. On defense, one of the most critical statistics out there is how do you play on third down? How do you prevent the opponent from keeping drives alive? Right there, tackling the catch. You gave up the completion. Whoop-de-doo. You've set up 4th and long. You're going to get the ball back. Go get some water and celebrate.
Wide open, and it's a foot race. They won't get him. It's a touchdown. That return man saw daylight the instant the ball touched his hands, and he darted to it and took it to the house.
And Reese, I think it's one of the hardest things to do in football, to catch the ball as all these guys are flying around you, and you got to take it, make a miss, try to find spaces and creases that aren't there. Great job making a huge play. Special teams and punt returns coming up big.
Lining up for the PAT. And with that extra point, the lead remains in the gargantuan category. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Boys, expect the unexpected in college football, and for some, this update could fall under that category. Texas A&M found a way to pick up the W, and a win is a win, but this was not the type of convincing victory they've gotten used to in College Station. Regardless the outcome today, guys, these are still two quality programs. Proof the sport is as healthy.
Intercepted. Guess even a Heisman Trophy contender can have a miscue. Nice pickup on the return, but more important, they got the takeaway, and now they're in business. Couldn't ask for better starting field position for this offense. Looking to throw, it's Winston. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down, second down coming. What will they dial up on second, and a long way to go? They'll run play action. And the defense gets home and makes a play at the 37-yard line.
That's his second sack of the ball game. That dude is getting after the quarterback offensively. What's my adjustment? First of all, I'm going to roll out away from him. I'm going to double team him, let somebody else beat me. Not that guy, because his speed off the edge is killing me.
Well, this is a disappointing drive for the offense, considering where this drive started, in their opponent territory. Now you're 4th and long. You've got to be better throwing the football in those types of situations.
Making side adjustments here. On 4th down, they'll throw for it. Looking deep. It's dropped, and oh, what a tough way to end this drive. Desperately wanted to keep the ball, but they did not. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Unleashes one. It's caught. He's pushed out of bounds inside the 40 at the 38, and these guys are on the move.
I know the offense is down by a lot here in the second half. You just need one big play, though, to spark the offense, get the confidence going, and they may have found it right there in that completion. Good throw, good catch. Now we got to keep it going.
And that's your goal. Separate man from ball. Try to get your shoulder in there on the catch point and really give him something to think about. Physically jar that football and knock it out. Nice job by the defender.
Throws to the tight end. Makes a connection. They've got it inside the 30. They'll mark it at the 28. It's first down. Ready up. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Back to pass, it's Ward. Bringing the heat. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe, 2nd and 7. Back to pass. Quickly out to the tight end. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
I like the idea by the quarterback there. You're trying to get this first down, so you find the tight end, see if he can make a guy miss or shake a tackle. Not able to get it done.
It'll be a run on 3rd and short. He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks.
Keep the foot on the pedal if you're on offense here. You got that yardage. Yeah, you didn't get the first down, but you've set yourself up now to go for it here and keep this drive alive.
With a double-digit deficit here in the second half, they're going to go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Quickly complete. That'll be enough for a first down, and they've got it at the 16-yard line. Alabama trying to cash in on this red zone trip. Hand off from the shotgun. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
The give to the running back from the shotgun. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
You got to have that defense you know you can go to in running situations. Your base defense where you say, okay, this is where I'm going to start, and I'm going to stop the run, stuff it up front. My guys play big up front. And then if I need to add some blitzes to it later on down the road, I can. But great job in the base defense.
He's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Bama.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now on game day.
And they tacked on the extra point. So the touchdown drive goes 63 yards. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. And he takes this from inside the 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. What a turn that last drive was. Didn't pick up the fourth down, and it led to the scoring drive, David.
Yeah, and those are frustrating because you think you might get points, and then your defense gives up points. This has got to be a complementary football type deal. The offense now needs to provide a little spark and give this defense some hope.
No doubt, David. They got to turn the page, and they've got to play with a little bit more urgency here, knowing they've got to get that one back and put a good drive together.
And that pass will be jarred loose on second down. That brings up third down. And the Hurricanes are at the line trying to move the sticks on third and short. Dropping back, it's Winston. Makes the grab over the middle. He'll make a play on third down. He's got enough for the first as they mark it at the 32. The Hurricanes come to the line with a fresh set of downs. To the air on first down. Just a short pass to the tight end. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. After that last completion, it's second down. Wants to throw it. Under fire. They get to him as he throws.
Well, on offense, no doubt, right? You've had success. You're throwing some tutties. Why not keep throwing it? They're going to keep being aggressive. You're going to have to do a better job, though, keeping this quarterback standing up.
Going to try to get it himself. Absolutely nowhere to go as his defense makes a third down stop. This could be a major turning point in this game. Going for it inside their own 40. Unloads to the wideout. Got a man in the middle. And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line.
Wow, and that was just a bang-bang play. On that fourth down, the coverage was tight. QB had his receiver. He knew where he wanted to go with it, but the only way that ball gets completed is if he puts a little extra mustard on it, and he shows you the arm talent on the throw.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. From the gun, running back on the move. They went right back to him, and this time the defense was all over him. Nothing to show for that run. They've got the ball at midfield, but they're facing a third and... He's looking deep. He's got it inside the 15. They make the stop, but not before he sets them up with a first and goal from the 10. The Canes started this drive backed up in their own end, and now they've moved into position to score. Touchdown, Hurricane! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
After that amazing performance in week 1, this offense wasn't content. They felt like they left some plays out on the field, even though they were able to get that win. I feel like they've taken another step. They've raised their intensity level. They've raised their execution. This team is going to be a contender this year. You can just feel it.
And he splits the uprights on the extra point. They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Here comes that Alabama offense. The last time they had it, they took it down the field for a touchdown. They can build some confidence that they could go back-to-back scoring drives here.
Yeah, and remember, it's not uncommon for offenses to find themselves as the game goes on. They had some things not go their way early, but they found something last drive, David. Let's see if they can build on it.
Yeah, you just pick and pick and pick until you find that place where you're like, okay, this is an advantage I have. They've clearly found that dude. They score here, we're in for a ball game.
Looking downfield, it's Ward. Here comes the rush, and they've got him wrapped up at the 28.
And those outside linebackers nowadays, they're so fast. They got to cover ground. You can blitz them off the edge, and they can get after quarterbacks. Versatile. That's why they're getting drafted so high in the NFL and get...
Breaks into the open. It's a fumble. Ball bounced right to him, and he's on the move. I don't know if it was luck or aggression or just a fortuitous bounce, but at least they've got the ball back.
Well, one thing I do know, Reese, this running back's got to do a better job with ball security. You cannot turn the football over and expect to win this game. They're very lucky they were able to jump on top of that.
On 3rd and long, you'll need to push it downfield. A strike downfield. A lot of room to the right. He was so close to wrapping up this 3rd quarter with a score. What a play to finish off the period. And talk about spreading the ball around. Everyone getting a chance to show off the hands based on the number of targets we've seen. They'll try to open this quarter by sticking it in the end zone here. Quarterback on the keeper. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
Yeah, and this offense, man, they just continue to struggle. And they need to find something that they do really, really well. And running the football late in the 4th quarter when you're getting beat by a good bit, that's probably not.
Touchdown tie! Fired in from the red zone for the score.
I think it's a good sign for coaches to see that their team is still fighting. They're getting blown out in this game. Nothing has gone their offense's way. They've been outmatched. But here in the 4th quarter, you like to see guys competing. You like to see guys still trying to fight. Because as a coach, you want to know the next time you take the field, which guys you can depend on and what you can build off of.
Getting set for the point after. Splits those uprights right in half. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Hey, guys, just wanted to give you a quick update on a game happening in the SEC. LSU is running away with things right now, and you just know Mike the Tiger is loving this offense today. They're up by 32 over South Carolina. Week in and week out in the SEC, it's a battle of attrition, and if anything big changes, you'll hear about it here.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. For a hole. Defense in the right spot. They stop him after a gain of 2 to the 28. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. Looking to throw, it's Winston. Pocket breaking down. And that one's incomplete. We're taking a shot there, but couldn't hook up.
Oftentimes as a quarterback, when you have success early, you earn the right to take more shots. And I think that's what you're seeing now in this game. We're here late. They're still throwing it deep because this quarterback's thrown 3 touchdown passes. He's proven to his coach that he can get it done and he can make the right decisions and not put his offense in harm's way. And that's why you're still seeing them throw it vertically downfield.
Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And the Canes can play this 2nd down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Here's the handoff. There he goes. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a 1st down.
This guy's been special today. Coming into this one, they thought they had an opportunity really to get him going, running the football, and he has delivered. You've seen the speed, the vision, his ability to break tackles. Well over 100 rushing yards in this game, and that's why they have a nice lead here tonight.
And I know you can play these late-game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position. You're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
And they wrap him up, but not before he's got enough for the first down. They showed great trust in their quarterback right there, and why not? He's had an outstanding game.
An outstanding game, has taken care of the football. Now, late in the game, you got the lead. That first down now tells me now it's time to start running the football, run the clock, get out of here with the down.
Going to swing it on second down. Makes the catch. So close to that end zone. He can almost taste it, but it'll be first and goal for this offense. And the Canes didn't start this drive with great field position, but they have moved methodically down the field. Some hard running there, but just too many defenders as he stopped for a loss. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and the clock is definitely on their side. They'll just try to run it out here. They'll give it another shot on second and goal from the 4. Tries again to get it in. And he'll be stuck. Got nothing. Line of scrimmage still at the 4. Third and goal, where the fire purifies and separates contenders. Looking for the end zone. And we have breaking news. They score yet another touchdown.
I gotta say, the mental toughness that this team is showing early this season is real impressive. And going down the field and scoring on that last possession, putting themselves in position here to go 2-0, they're answering the bell. This team has leadership on both sides of the ball. Very, very impressive.
And he's coming out of the end zone. That is a decision he will likely regret. He brings it out of the end zone, and he's knocked down at the 10. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. Not a lot to feel great about in this one, Jesse, but I'm sure they'll try to seek out some positives.
Well, this might be an opportunity, too, Reese, to go back when they watch this game and just find the plays and the schemes that were working. There weren't a lot, obviously, David, but maybe an opportunity for the coaching staff to condense the playbook.
I was going to say, there's not a lot of good to go back to. That'd be a quick film session because there was more negatives than positives. But when you look at this week you've got a week to figure it out, figure out what your offense is going to be moving forward. And this is just one of those days, man, where everything has gone wrong, right? Like they just haven't been in a rhythm. They haven't got it going and never built the momentum. This is one of those days that you learn from, you try to grow from. A lot of things that we're going to show in the film room that...
Turning it on! He's got enough for the first down. They'll spot it at the 37. Okay, ready? New set of downs after the completion. Motion from the wide receiver. The give on the inside. They pick up half of it. It'll be 2nd and 5.
Well, I think the offense at this point now, they're just trying to limit the damage. They want to get out of here and move on, turn the page to the next game because things just have not been going their way, throwing or running the football.
With the catch, it's good. Nice pickup there. Gets him the first down and sets him up at the 45-yard line. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs.
Well, you can afford to be a little bit late as a quarterback when you're throwing crow routes into zone coverage when you've got an arm like that. This dude's got a cannon.
He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down.
And this offense is going to have to find more explosive plays. And it can't just rely on the dink and dunk. It's going to have to find itself and score more points. Listen, they got beat.
He tosses one high and deep down the left side. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
And it's going to be difficult for this offense, man. Just where are they going to find the plays? You can tell the defense sitting back. They're playing nickel. They're playing dime. So you need some receivers to step up, make some yards after the catch, some contested plays. This offense has got to do something, and they got to do it quick.
Oh, he loves to fire downfield. He can't find his man, and the clock stops with 6 seconds left.
It's a nice adjustment by the defense here. With a big lead in the game, you're putting extra DBs on the field, knowing the offense has to throw to get back in this one in the fourth quarter. So your best cover guys on the field, and they force an incompletion on the last one.
One more play to pad the stats. On fourth down, they'll pass for it. He's not afraid to go deep. And the pass goes incomplete, looking to make things look a little tighter on the scoreboard, but that's going to do it. Now this team has consecutive wins, and when you start expecting to find ways to win games and you expect that you will perform well enough to do so, that's really hard to stop.
It's a mindset, Reese. This team has it right now. You can tell their players